Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back again to a second video. You guys have been spoiled actually. And the reason why I'm back, because I forgot to give you some other news in regards to a youngster, Dominic Soboslai. Yeah, in my hastiness of trying to get offline and spend time with my wife, I actually forgot to tell you some live news in regards to this wonder kid. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to review the news that I spoke about like an hour ago. I'll talk about Dominic after that. So I should see you on the other side of this live intro music. Yes, welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. I just wonder how many times have I probably said that intro? Well, you know what? I actually, I think we'll probably celebrate that on Friday for the Easy Talk. That we've done over 1,000 videos on Cannon Fodder T. Yes, 1,000 videos. Imagine me saying those lines over 1,000 times. Hi, welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. 1,000 times. Oh my goodness. Are you guys not entertained? Anyway, guys, make sure you subscribe to Cannon Fodder TV. Hit the bell notification button so you can receive all the latest news right here on Cannon Fodder TV. Yeah, my earlier installment. In my hastiness, I forgot to tell you about the wonder kid, Dominic Soboslai. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to review the news that I did like an hour ago, and then we'll talk about Dominic Soboslai. If that's okay by you guys. Make sure you subscribe to Cannon Fodder TV. Right, so the first bit of news I spoke about initially was in regards to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Yeah, he was held at the Gambia airport. Where's the report here? Again, you guys must have seen footage of him, at the airport, Banjul airport in the Gambia. A lot of the players were held there, man. All the players were held there. Yeah, they had their passports taken away from them, and they had to sleep on the floor as well. I tell you what, man. God, dearie me. Privileged, you are not. Okay, you've been told you got to spend the night at the airport on the floor. Nah, I tell you what, man. God, dearie me. But anyway, the report does actually say that there was no real answer, according to Africa Foot United, which actually suggests that the tests which the team undertook hadn't been accepted by the Gambian authorities, and that's why they held them up at the airport. But I'm thinking, God, I mean, you couldn't have found them like a I don't know, man, like a hotel to stay at, clear some rooms. You told them to sleep on the floor on the. I tell you what, man, God, Terry. But anyway, the report in the end does say that Arsenal are actually saying that they will not release Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to play for the national team. You can't do that, man. You can't. I mean, are they within their rights to say to the the Gambinese FA, listen, I know you want our star man for the African Cup of Nations, but we're not going to let him go. Are Arsenal in their rights to do that? I don't think so. I'm absolutely sure they don't have any right to do that. But maybe someone might come on live chat and tell me, actually, Alex, you are absolutely wrong. Well, prove me wrong or prove me right. The other bit of news I spoke about was in regards to Dani Ceballos. The player, for me, he's just gone off the boil. Off the boil. Dani Ceballos, man. Mikel Arteta, the next game we're going to be playing in the Premier League is going to be against Marcelo Bielsa's Leeds, the Lily Whites, West Yorkshire side. And Dani Ceballos, you need to buck up your ideas, man. He's not the same player. Not the same player. When he came to play Arsenal the first season, I was like, yeah, he's fantastic. Nutmegs, and he helped us get the 14th record FA Cup win. Fantastic. But since then, Dan Ceballos is just gone off the boil. So, Danny, if you're watching, man, sort yourself out, man. Sort yourself out. And listen, actually, on that theme, Dani Ceballos, I spoke about, in the first segment. There's been some reports that David Luiz and Dani Ceballos came to blows. The report from Sky News says David Luiz left Dani Ceballos with bloodied nose after fight during Arsenal's training session. The Brazilian defender is understood to have caught the Spaniard in the face, with Ceballos falling to the floor or to the ground and left with a scratch which blew from his nose. David Luiz reportedly left teammate Dan Ceballos with bloody nose after training ground bust-up that saw the pair sent home by Mikel Arteta. And the funny thing is, I saw this as I was coming home from work, and Dan Ceballos on his Twitter handle says, fake! He said it's fake. So come Sunday, if we see a little bit of scratch on his nose, anywhere there on his nose, on his hooter, we know he's lying. Dan Ceballos. Listen, I hope, I don't even know what to say, to be honest, if it's true or not. But we'll soon find out whether there was a little fisticuffs on the training ground. Yeah. All right, so the last bit of news. Yeah. Dominic Szoboszlai. The bit of news I forgot to tell you guys about. I was scruffing around. Like, oh, man, quickly, I've got to get back online and tell everybody. Anyway, it's happening. Some fans think that a 23 rated star is going to sign for Arsenal. Arsenal fans think that Dominic Szoboszlai could be signing for them after Red Bull Salzburg boss Jesse Marsch comments to the football with a Grant Wall podcast. Arsenal have been strongly linked to Szoboszlai in recent months, with the Gunners believed to be one of the leading candidates to sign the Hungarian when the January transfer window opens. Fabrizio Romano, yes, has confirmed that Arsenal are seriously interested in the attacking midfielder. And Salzburg boss Marsch admits that he would be surprised if his side star player, who has £23 million release clause, remains in his. But listen, wouldn't you want your star man to stay at the club? We've got Aubameyang, although he's been misfiring. Would you want him to leave Arsenal, or would you want him to stay at Arsenal? The same thing. This guy is a wonder kid, and this guy, the manager or the owner, is just talking so blasé about it. Oh, yes, says Marsch, when asked if he expected Szoboszlai to leave in January. The reality is that a guy like Dominic is likely to have many suitors this summer. He's incredible talent, and I say this: when you coach young players, you have to love them and love the fact that they're going to move on, and love that they're going to have a big opportunity to prove themselves and show how good they are. Well, okay, yeah, but it sounds so blasé. Yeah, well, he's going to probably leave in January. I'd be like, no, he's not leaving. He's staying. If I was the manager of RB Salzburg, but I'm not. So by all means, we want him over at Arsenal. Let me go into the live chats and see who has joined us. There's been just a little bit of movement, but not much. I'm thinking, people probably fatigued this week. I've got Monty. He says, hi, Alex, and hi, Can Afford to your family. He also goes on to say, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new here. Before I go any further, Monty, can you leave the link for your channel in the live chat so everyone can go over there and subscribe to your wonderful channel? I haven't checked out. I'm not sure how many subscribers you have now. It's been a while. I've just been very, very busy, man. Very, very busy. I know you've been very busy with work as well. The Assemble says, good evening, Alex. And the Assemble to you, a good evening to you as well. Again, the live chat is quiet, man. It's quiet. I think maybe people are actually fatigued this week. Today's Thursday, so I'm not expecting a whole load of chats coming through. Although I'd love to see it, but there's not. Yeah, I think it's just been just that kind of time of the week. You know what I mean? So that has been the news of today. Let me just get rid of that. I've got Hakim Tori. Good evening, my brother. He says, hi, Alex, and good evening. I have said it before, and I will still say it again and again. The problem with Arsenal is not the strikers. The problem is a creative midfielder. We must get a creative midfielder. Torre, I think that the problem is the strikers, man. It is the strikers. Both our strikers, our main strikers, they're off form. Someone said last week that it looks like the opponents have figured out Aubameyang, the way that he plays. That's why you're not seeing anything of Aubameyang. And as well, the supply line to him is just completely dried up. Sorry, I don't know what I've taken it off for. Yeah, the strikers, controversial. A good striker will make something out of nothing. An excellent striker, come rain or shine, will give you that extra boost. All right, score goals. But an excellent striker will make something out of nothing. Does Aubameyang have that in his locker? So when the chips are down, when you're thinking, oh my goodness, we're like 2-0 down or 3-0 down. Does our captain have that in his locker just to make something out of nothing? When all hell, it looks lost. I don't think he does. I don't think he doesn't. His head goes down. He doesn't communicate. He's not the person who's going to be shouting to the players. But you want your striker to make something out of nothing. That little bit of opportunity, you're hoping your striker can make the most of that. Auba's not that striker. He's not that striker. But and Monty said our attack is very worrying. It is. It is, Torre. Our strikers, they're on strike. No one's scoring any goals, man. And if they don't score the goals, who's going to score the goals? Saka, Pepe, Laka, William, Ceballos, Thomas Partey. It is, of course. I'll give him a pass, Thomas Partey. But who's going to score the goals? If Martinelli was fit and ready and playing, I would say, well, you know what? Auba's not scoring. Martinelli will give you that extra bit of oomph, that bit of hope that something's going to happen. Even for a young 18-year-old, you can see he will try and make something out of nothing. Aubameyang is not that kind of striker. He needs someone to give him the supply line, whereas Martinelli, he will make something out of nothing. The problem is the defenders don't defend, the attackers don't attack, the midfield don't defend or attack. A shambles, the manager isn't managing. Oh. I'm hoping tomorrow when we do the East Talk, 7:30 UK time, that we can try and get in the nuts and bolts of the problem. I mean, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff, but I'm hoping we've only got to have like an hour to talk about everything. But we'll have to wait and see. But I'm just thinking, we don't have a striker. We don't have strikers who can make something out of nothing. Go back as far as Ian Wright. Ian Wright will make something out of nothing. Auba is not that kind of striker. Again, when all is lost, Auba's head goes down like all the other players. I want Mikel Arteta to relieve him of the armband. Take away the armband from Aubameyang and give it to somebody else. He's got enough on these players as it is. But that's just my view. Alfares number 126 says, let Eriksen happen. He knows the league and he is good. Yes, he is. I spoke about him day before yesterday. This talk about, Granit Xhaka go in that direction and us getting Christian Eriksen. I'll be happy with that. Really, I would be happy with that. I've got no qualms. I said all players can't stay at Arsenal forever. They've got to go. Even more so if they're not on form. If they're telling the fans to, and they throw the armband. For me, really, Granit Xhaka should have never played for Arsenal again. You've got to draw the line somewhere. You've got to. Otherwise, it's going to be like player powers. And it's funny you should say that. Well, it's funny I should say that. Because what you see now is like players ruling the roost. They control things at Arsenal. It shouldn't be that way. Arnie, welcome, my friend. He says, is this is it the formation? I've always wanted to play a 4-1-3-2, two separate groups, one for attack, one for defense, with freedom given with the wing backs. Arnie, thank you for that summarization there. I get the feeling. No, I can get the feeling. I know with Mikel Arteta, his system is quite rigid. It's quite rigid. He doesn't want players to have, excuse me, freedom. And I think Willian is suffering from that. He's been asked to stay in one place. At Chelsea, you would see him roaming, playing on the left, coming on the right, going on the right, playing on the left, playing just behind the strikers. At Arsenal, he's been told, just stay here. Do not move from there. So there's not enough flexibility in the system. But yeah, a 4-1-3-2. So, in that 11, Arnie, who would be your 11? From the goalkeeper right up to the strikers in that formation. Who would be your back four? And who would be just in front of the back four? Come and tell me. Tell me. The defense is of three is not good. I've said it for a long time, man. I've said it for a long time. Our defense. What are Arsenal? Your guess is as good as mine. Oh, assemble, man. You're going too deep now, man. You're going too deep now. What are Arsenal? Actually, assemble. Did you predict Arsenal will get top four? Did you say they'll get top four this season? They're not going to get top four. They will not get top four. I mean, of course, I want them to get top four, but not this season. For all those reasons there. The formations, the players, and even I featured 3 players this week. Elneny has coronavirus. Kolasinac was out on duty, he's got coronavirus. Willian was in Dubai. He can't go back into the training unless he comes back with a negative test. So there's all those things to do with Arsenal. Players going abroad when I'm sure they didn't have permission to travel abroad. There's so many things wrong at Arsenal. So many things. God, dearie me. But Arteta loves it. Yeah? I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that. Gervais Louise says, simple answer. Arsenal are a mid-table team. I can't argue with that. I can't. Where are we? Mid-table. Who are we? A mid-table team. Tierney, Gabriel, Rob Holding, and Cedric is good. Yeah, Cedric is good, man. I rate him above and beyond Bellerin. I like the fact we've got a right-footed right back who's two-footed. He's two-footed. He can play left back actually. He played left back when he was with Southampton. But I rate him above and beyond Bellerin, and he's a better crosser of the ball. But that back four there, I was just thinking. Oh, so what happened to Louise? No Louise for you. Oh, dearie me, man. Whoa. So Alves, so what about, so you give me some more information now. So with your formation, 4-1, what was it? 4-1. Yeah, your formation was 4-1-3-2. So who's going to be just in front of the back four? You give me your back four. Who's going to be playing just in front of the back four? I'm guessing it's going to be either Ceballos or Thomas Partey. I'm guessing. Yes, you are right, but we need a creative midfielder. Remember when our number 10 was active, you can see in every match how many chances you created, even though we don't have a striker then. So, Torre, would you like to see Auba continue playing on the left side, left wing, or do you think it's time that we play them in a central attacking role? This guy here, I'm just thinking, that project there of Auba on the left is not working. It's not working. Sorry about that, my friends. Sorry about that. But not many teams play with number 10 now. I think Arsenal missed a trick or the opportunity to not get Jack Grealish. I would have loved to see Jack Grealish play at Arsenal, just running rampant. But the problem is, again, if a player like Jack Grealish plays at Arsenal, you've got to give him the permission to roam wherever he wants. He's got to have that passport to roam and be flexible. But under Mikel Arteta, I'm not sure if that would happen, really. But, Jack Grealish, wonderful player. 15 Goodness here. Thank you for spending your time with us. And again, guys, make sure you go over and subscribe to Monty's channel. Yeah, the link is in the live chat. Go over there. There's no excuses. You've been told. I've told you. William Wade's packet is stopping his legs from working like the rest of the squad. Have you heard who Arteta is thinking of bringing back into a squad? Kutu Saliba? No. I've not heard that. Not heard. Who? Oh, goodness. No! Louise! I've got a headache. Excuse me, just give me a moment. Dearie me. So check the number of chances our midfielders create now in every match and check them. When midfielders create chances, even the worst striker will score. But Toure, even with our strikers, I've got to get the stats where it says that we have the worst ratio, or how's it go again? Basically, we don't take enough shots on goal. We always try and walk the ball into the goal. Just have a shot. If you don't shoot, you can't score. I must try and bring up that stats and find that stat somewhere. But, our strikers, the midfielders, always trying to walk the ball into the goal. Have a shot on goal. Period. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, Party. Okay, good then. Tierney, Gabby, Holding, Maitland-Niles in defence. Okay, Party to break the lines and cut off passing through the middle. Then Saka, Willock, and Pepe. A good shout, actually. Willock and Pepe backing up, and Laka and Auba. Auba is the runner, Laka a false nine. You know what, Arnie? That's a good shout. But Lacazette he's not on form. Lacazette is not on form, man. And I've said it many times before. If players are not on form, stop playing them. Don't play them. You can't be playing players on reputations alone. If they're not on form, you've got to drop them. And you know what? He missed quite a few chances. So, I'm thinking with Lacazette, man, if he's not on form, you've got to drop him. It's got to be dropped. And that goes for all the players. I don't care who you are. All players will go through, a purple patch, which means it's like they could walk on water. And all players will go off form. And when they do, the manager should have the balls to drop them. Lacazette is off form. It's off form. Look here. Let's have a look here. Yeah. Party in front as a shield. Okay, cool. Lovely jubbly. Gary, DWTT says, hello, Axe and Monty. Notice anything different? Where? Here. What? Oh, yes. When did you become a member? I didn't get a notification. Usually I get a notification. But listen. Guys, check the ticker tape, which tells you how you too can become a member on Channel 14. If you will only click the join button, which should be next or adjacent to or above the subscribe button. So welcome to the family, Gary, DWTT, who's going to be on the East Talk tomorrow. It's going to be an interesting one. Yeah, we're going to have DWTT. We're going to have the Don, and we're going to have James Rowe. Yeah, it's going to be interesting at East Talk tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Welcome and thanks for becoming a member. Thank you for that, DWTT. We have an average of 2 shots, which is not good, is it? An average of 2 shots. Those stats there is what you get from a mid-table team. Oh yeah, we're a mid-table. We're a mid-table team. I'm gonna say I'll say it for the 20th time. This season has to be about stability, not only amongst the players but for the club. Yeah, we've gone through, from so many situations there. So many situations. I mean, we still have a number 10 who's still lingering around. We had the situation with Matteo Guendouzi. We still have players who need to be sold. So for me, this season has to be about stability. Stability. The players have to be accustomed to how Arteta ball goes and how it works. We have to get rid of the players who are no longer going to bring us to that next level, and that includes Granit Xhaka as well. But for me, it has to be about stability above anything else. If we have a good run in the Europa League, and by that, I mean, for me personally, we'll reach possibly quarterfinals, and that is it. We won't win the Europa League. We'll finish highest position, 6th place. So for me, this season has to be about stability and nothing more than that. Average of 2 shots on target per game. My goodness. Alex, the stats you're looking at is for Brentford. I don't know whose fault that is, man, but it's not good enough. I know. There's a chance for Nketiah then. Yes. I don't know why people give Nketiah such a hard time. What has Nketiah done? He hasn't done anything wrong. He's a straight swap. A straight swap for Lacazette. When Lacazette is not firing, get him off, man. But, I think Eddie, it's his time. Give Eddie Nketiah a chance. Demote Lacazette to the Europa League, but promote Eddie Nketiah to the Premier League. Let him have more time. I think this youngster is deserving now. And he's broken the record recently. International level. Playing for England at under 21s. So he must have some skills. It's his time now, man. It's his time. Anyway, Arnie says, or even bring Saka up and shove in Salt Bay's next best friend. Oh my goodness, man. Don't get me started on that. William, man, what are you thinking? Did you have permission to fly? I don't think you did you? God, goodness. Saka, Smith Rowe. You're on point again, man. Smith Rowe, but you know what? Which podcast was I listening to? Or was it just some news? Smith Rowe. Oh, I know. It was Charlie Watts, the Arsenal correspondent for Goal, and he was saying with Smith Rowe, his problem is that he gets injured too often. So he's no use to us if he's always been out. But I would love Smith Rowe to be playing for us. I think his time is there as well. So Saka, Smith Rowe, William, up front, Nketiah and Auba. Nketiah, you've got to give the youngster a chance. Got to give him a chance, man. Hey, good to see you back with your Arteta wife. You know which Wi-Fi I got now? I've got, the Messi. The Messi Wi-Fi working now. Supercharged. Arteta, what are you talking about? Arteta Wi-Fi. Behave yourself. But listen, Don Arsenal, welcome back, man. Welcome back, my friend. Will you swap Laka for? Yeah, I would. His stats. Forget about even though I thought Man U gave him a bit of a rough time, but Lukaku, who played for Everton, I tell you, he's robust. He's quite fast. He's bulky, but he scores the goals. He makes things out of nothing. But yeah, by all means, man, Premiership proven. Of course, I would have him. Would you take him? Yeah, man, take him, man. Muscly and get out of the way. God, let me score the goals, man. Yeah, I would take Lukaku at Arsenal. I will swap like with Benzema. Monty, you are joking, aren't you? That is a joke, isn't it? Benzema. Nah, come on, man. Come on. We still have big problems with that creativity. George, Ahmed, welcome. And that's what I'm saying. With this player here, I'm just thinking, what's going on? Ceballos, he's just gone off the boil. He's not the same, man. He's not the same. And even more so, if the reports are true, that him and that David Luiz had a fight, they had a bust up in training ground. Well, maybe he won't want to play for Arsenal again. And remember as well, Dan Ceballos is not ours. He's still a Real Madrid player. But we do need a creative player. Yeah, I can hear you guys saying, "Yeah, Hossam Awa, Awa, Awa. We want Awa." Alex, take Lacazette off, bring on Nketiah. Yep, the opposition bring out bring out the cigars. Assemble, come on, man. You got to give the youngsters, a chance. What is Lacazette offering? He's not offering anything apart from missed chances. Bring out the cigars. Honestly, if Arteta did not win this Sunday's match, I will have problem with him personally. I'm just joking, but we need. Okay, fingers for that. I'm just joking. We need 3 points on Sunday by all means. Listen, guys, you don't want to hear my prediction. You don't want to hear my prediction. Should I give you a prediction? No. We're going to be talking about it tomorrow, man. Marcelo Bielsa and his Lily White team, West Yorkshire, Leeds. You don't want to hear my prediction. Alex, what are your thoughts on the latest boxing match between... Well, I spoke about them in the first... I spoke about them in the first segment roughly an hour and a half ago. And I said, I spoke about it. And the funny thing is, Dan Ceballos said it's fake. It didn't happen. I was thinking, right, well, we'll soon find out on Sunday. If you see a little scratch on Dan Ceballos' nose, then you know that who's lying. But joking apart, when I was a subscriber on Arsenal's website, the YouTube channel, and you see all the segments there, what do you know, those quizzes there, and you see them like training, and you see them laughing and joking. Oh, look, I can do I can do 50,000 keepy uppies. I thought, for me, I'm not interested in that. I'm not. What I want to see is how they perform on the pitch. And you need to go and see Dennis Bergkamp's last video where he spoke about when he came at Arsenal and how he felt like it was like a family with all the players. So after the match, they would go home and then they would meet up with families. So he said it was like a family. But the thing is, like he said, when he sees the players training, the players are just too nice to each other. He said back in his day, there would be fisticuffs. Players would be fighting. So it's nothing new. I just wish I would see more passion when they played, against an opposition. The last time I saw some real passion was under Unai Emery when we played and we beat Tottenham 4-2. I remember. Do you remember the scuffle? Maybe you guys probably didn't see it, but there was a scuffle. This kind of broke out, and I remember Aaron Ramsey was pulling. Was it Dele Alli? But that was real passion there, man. So if you're telling the players are fighting or in training, I want to see the same passion and the same fight when you come up against your Man Cities, your Liverpools, your Chelseas. Don't leave it on the training ground. Bring it on game day. That's what I want to see. I want to see a lot of passion. And another thing as well that I don't like. Let me just remove this from the screen there. Actually, no, I'll keep it up. Another thing I don't like is that for me, If I saw one of my players got injured, I wouldn't be like, yeah, good luck to you. I'll be saying, oh no, man, are you all right? So many times I see our players get injured and the other player's just walking around the player. Oh yeah, I want to get a drink. Yeah, sod you. Yeah. I don't see the brotherhood with these players. It's like they don't really care about each other. They play like individuals and they don't really care about if one of their own is on the ground injured. It's like, yeah, okay, right, you're injured. Okay. I'm gonna go and get some water. So I'll see you later. If you get taken off injured, and good luck to you. I don't see I don't see them caring so much about for each other. So yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. You see football change has to change, but you would hope that the players would have continued that care and show some kind of empathy for what's happened to their teammate. But I don't see it. I don't see it. I think, yeah, you got injured. Good luck to you. Not good, man. Not good. Yes, I would definitely swap Laka for Lukaku. He is way better. I mean, I probably can check out his stats before he left to go to Inter. But yeah, I would take Lukaku. He would make something out of nothing. Yeah, Auba, Laka, they need something to be given to them for them to make something. Whereas these strikers like that, your Ian Wrights, your Terry Henrys, your Burkamps, those strikers there, they will make something out of nothing. Arteta losing the dressing room, players are losing respect for him. Who told you that? Who told you that? Even though I tend to agree. I can see the writing on the wall, man. The writing is on the wall. I can see the same story being played out again. The same thing that some of these players did to Unai Emery, they're doing to Mikel Arteta. I may be chastised, but I think if we play overlapping wing backs, Tierney and Maitland-Niles, we'll get so many more chances than anybody through the middle, as there's less chance to lose the ball. But the thing is, Arnie, we're not gonna chastise you. Maybe somebody else might, but the players have to be given the freedom to do that. Arteta has to tell these players, listen, no matter what, I want you bombing down the wings and crossing the balls. I'm sure Auba, Laka's going to be on the end of it. But the problem is, in our strikers, they're not the best headers of the ball. When was the last time Auba scored a header? When was the last time Laka scored a header? We've only got probably 2 or 3 players who are good headers of the ball. And one of them I want out of Arsenal. Mustafi. Mustafi, for me, is the strongest header of the ball. But yeah, I'll go for that. We've got to do something different. We've got to do something different. We've had like the 2-week international break. Arteta's had 2 weeks to think about things. Please, Arteta, don't overthink things. Don't overthink it. Just get them out. Tell the players to play. But like my guy said there, than Arsenal, I've got a feeling that the players are down in tools on him, and there's nothing you can do. Nothing you can do as a coach unless you replace all the players. And which manager is going to do that? A strong one. Is Arteta a strong manager? I don't think he is. I don't think he is. Auba and Laka should have been dropped, but Arteta clearly doesn't pick a team based on form. Monty, I've said so many times that Auba and Laka should have been dropped a long time ago. Long time ago. Irrespective, whether they're not getting a service, you go searching for the ball. Again, make something out of nothing. But, Auba, our club captain, when things are going down, you don't see him, come on, guys, his head goes down. I don't want that in my captain. I don't want that in a captain. So these 2 players, Arteta should have been ruthless. All right, guys, sorry, you're dropped. You've lost too many chances. Clearly, you're off form. Boom. These guys are going to step up and take your places. Period. There's no need to overcomplicate things. 4-2 leads. Mikel Pulis. It's Pulis. You don't want to hear my prediction. But I'm going along that kind of lines there. Listen, Bielsa is a wonderful, wonderful manager. And for Leeds to have gotten this guy, I mean, there's so many videos about, his meteoric rise, to management. Go out on YouTube and check out Marcelo Bielsa. Fantastic manager. Fantastic. And you know what? I said I don't want to give a prediction, but I kind of go along with that prediction there. Ceballos fought Eddie and now Luis. Yeah. And that's the first thing that came to mind, Gary. Didn't he fight with Nketiah? And although they showed like a photo of both of them, they kind of made up. But yeah, but you know what? It sounds like Ceballos met his match with David Luiz. God, dearie me, man. A creative play isn't going to change this rigid system. And that's what I said. If you're going to have a creative play, you've got to give certain players, a passport to be flexible and do the voodoo that they do so well. It won't work in a rigid system like this. It won't. It can't. Oh, sorry, I didn't even read it. Sorry. Creative player, the main focus is not to concede. But you know what? Listen, I understand what Mikel Arteta is trying to do to a certain extent, because he's trying to make Arsenal difficult to beat. But it hasn't worked. Hasn't been working. The moment Thomas Partey came off at half-time against Aston Villa, we looked even worse. We looked worse. Danny should be a kickboxer. Tourist says Lewis is not a footballer, and you can see it whenever he is playing, or the game is fight. That is why it's very easy for him to get a red card or cost Arsenal. You know what, Torre? Why is it nobody else can see that? It's jobs for the boys. Jobs for the boys, man. I would never ever have given him a contract at Arsenal, but still, I would never have signed him. Never. And the only thing that people have got to go by is, he's good at talking to the lads in the dressing room. Really? I'm paying you to perform on the pitch. You're not the club captain. Yeah, and what are you telling the players? If you're so good at talking to the players in the dressing room, what do you actually tell the players? What kind of example do you show to the players where you get sent off? You're tugging the players. You're trying to play out from the back. You are the one defender who slows the play at the back. What kind of example is that? Nah, David Luiz, man. Come on, man. Come on. Get out of Arsenal, man. I've just missed a few here. Sorry. Where were I? Missed my point. Oh, no, I've missed my point of a reference. All right, here we go. Yeah. Auba not being pissed off for playing wide says a lot about my Arsenal 2 friendly. He don't want to upset Laka. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that so much. I think we don't have the right characters. We don't have the right characters. Those who are going to fight. And like I said, when we got beat at Aston Villa, I said that I always questioned whether Arsenal could go to play against Everton, play against Man City on a cold Monday night. They couldn't even beat Aston Villa at the Emirates. Couldn't even beat them or turn up at the Emirates. So it goes down to the characters. There were no characters. There's no leadership at Arsenal. That is one of the biggest problems. Is it your birthday? Yeah, I can see some balloons behind you. No, it was my wife's birthday. It was my wife's birthday last week, and then we just keep up the balloons and everything else around the living room. I'm in kind of like in the open plan kitchen, but yeah, it's always my wife's birthday, so it wasn't my birthday. But thank you for asking. Actually, the assemble is like we go into each game to defend for our lives. And maybe snatch a draw, which we can't really do anyway. Bring back Wenger, at least I would know the style of play. to expect. I tell you what, Monty, Arteta has a lot of work to do. Got a lot of work to do, man. Is that 2 weeks? 2 weeks, man. Let's see what he comes up with on Sunday against Leeds. John Arsenal, Auba with no reaction to William in the middle is telling. Either his play or some comments, yeah. But Garrett, again, it goes down to the characters. Or the lack of characters at Arsenal. There's no leader. There's no clear leadership. Can you drop your captain though? Of course you can. Of course you can. Why not? The moment, Arnie, I'm going to say this, the moment you've got players thinking they have a divine right to play in the first team, you've lost. No player should feel they have a divine right to be in the starting 11. No. What happens? Complacency starts to creep in. That's the problem. Nah, you can drop your captain. Of course you can. You can drop any player. But again, Arteta is not that kind of manager. He might pick on the younger players. He might put the younger players out on loan. But when it comes to the main squad members, does he have the nuts? Does he have the balls to drop the players? No, he doesn't. He doesn't. But of course you can drop a captain. Of course. Should we change the captain? Yes, we should. We should. I'll probably either go for, and these are my candidates, either Leno, Thomas Partey, Gabriel, or actually 4. Leno, Gabriel, Holding, Thomas Partey, or Tierney. So five candidates. Take your picks. Yeah, but not a striker, not Auba. Auba's got enough things to be dealing with. No. Yeah, I've said that. I've featured Dominic so many times on Channel 4 TV, so many times. And as much as I'd like him to come in January, the main focus for Arsenal come this transfer window in January has to be to get rid of the players. Especially in the coronavirus, there are not many clubs that don't have money. So, yeah, Arsenal have to get rid of the deadwood at Arsenal. Towards attack from the left. Yeah, we're crossing into the box, hoping a 3-foot Lacquer will find his head to the ball. A 3-foot Lacquer, as tall as that. Arnie, if he ain't performing to that standard expected, yes. Absolutely, man. Nobody should have a divine right. They think they are a dead cert. There should be competition in all the places. I don't care who you are, how much we're paying you, and how much we bought you for. Complacency starts to set in. And what do you get? You get players just thinking, I don't have to perform. Why? Because I know I'm going to be in a starting 11. Doesn't matter to me. You don't want that at a club. But the thing is, that's been happening over the last few years. Get them out. Get them out. Arsenal are going to win at 3-0. I don't think so, man. Lost the armband for actions unbecoming of a captain. Clearly, if you don't perform the task of a captain, you can then lose the armband. You should not think because you have the armband you are immune from being dropped. No, lordy. Sorry. There is no one who exhibits the characteristics of a captain in the current team. There is nobody apart from, I guess, maybe Holding, Gabriel, even though his English is quite limited. Thomas Partey, or the people might say, but he's too new. How can you give a new person, a newbie, the armband? Well, maybe Tierney. But then again, you're going to have a captain who will be injured quite a lot in the season. So the pickings are quite, thin to none, man. I'll say it again. Olympiacos told you everything about Arteta. This shows how was over the night. This how now ever decreasing circles. What do I call it? I call it the Olympiacos look, innit? Clueless. And I remember, well, I was in the East Stand that night, and I kept trying to look over to see his body language, and like he didn't have no response to Olympiacos, and even worse, to see that Alba scored a wonderful goal for them to go to the other end and just beat us. It was late. It was over after 11 o'clock. The Olympiacos look. We're going to see more of the Olympiacos look this season, man. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to build us up to a crescendo where I'm saying Arteta out. I've not said that. What I have said is that we've got to keep and support Mikel Arteta. He's here for 2 years, we'll support him for 2 years. If he's here for 3 years, we'll support him for 3 years. Come rain or shine. Yeah, so shine, yeah, we win the FA Cup, Community Shield, boom. When it's raining, we lose 2, 3, 4 games on a bounce, you still support the manager. But unfortunately, already, the fan base are already calling for his head. Not even one complete season in, and people are calling for his head, for him to be sacked. I tell you what, it's going to be a revolving door. You know, excuse me. Every new manager, you know, around 18 months, that's going to be the expiry date. 18 months, yeah, they're going to be out. The watershed moment was when we sacked Unai Emery. So unfair to give one manager 20 odd years and then the next one 18 months. Mark my words. Mark my words. Fair enough, I was playing devil's advocate. Wait, that's my job. That's my job to play devil's advocate, not your job. I'm just joking. Guys, just a quick reminder, those of you just kind of tuning in to Cannon Fire TV, make sure you subscribe if you are new. You can also become a member. I mean, you know, Gary, he's going to be back on Cannon Fire TV tomorrow for the Easy Talk. Oh, it's going to be an interesting one. Has just become a member on Cannon Fire TV. You can see the ticker tape. The ticker tape at the bottom actually tells you the information, what happens when you become a member. You get to see all the behind the scenes footage. You get to see me, how I actually edit my videos, how I do the artwork. You also get to see how my brother does his videos as well. And also when I went to the Emirates, almost 3 years ago, man. 2 years ago? 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Yeah. When we went pitch side, we went down the players' tunnel as well. Went all over the stadium. So we've got footage, videos, as well as photos. So you too can become a member of Cannon Fire TV if you will only just press the join button, which should be adjacent or above or below the subscribe button there. But yeah, welcome to the family, Gary, DWTT. But you will see him in living colour come tomorrow, 7:30 for the Easy Talk. Oh, it's going to be a good one. Let me go back into the live chat just for last time before I wrap up this one. Now, where were I? Let's have a look. Oh, yeah. Devil's advocate. Yeah. Bring, in what capacity? In what capacity? What, to be manager? I tell you what, since he left management, he's looking a lot more healthier. A lot more healthier. So I wouldn't want to hear that stress on his young shoulders. Again, Arsene Wenger. Nah, I'm sorry. It's like, you know, you're in a relationship and you break up with your girlfriend. She becomes your ex. You don't want your ex back in your life again. She's your ex for a reason. Arsene Wenger is our ex-manager. You don't want him back at Arsenal because he's an ex for a reason. Behave yourself. Another problem at Arsenal is Edu. He needs to get out. Why? Remember, do you know who he got? He got Martinelli for us. Okay, don't be so quick to get rid of these people. He brought us Gabriel Martinelli. Okay. Wenger in for Mr. And people are complaining about Wenger getting top 4 with the crap boardroom in charge. Since then, things got even worse. But you know what I've got to say? This is what happens when you've got a rookie person managing one of the biggest clubs in the country. He's not held, a major or any serious role in managing a club in the country or any club. He's learning on the job, so he's going to make big errors and big mistakes. But people's people's patience is running thin. Not mine. That's what happens with football: win, lose, or draw. Arnie says, "I hear ya, and I hear you too as well, Arnie." Is Pepe going to start against Leeds? Christian Emil Iverson? I have no idea. Do you think he should start? Do you think he deserves? What? Listen, with Willian, he can't come back into the squad. He's got to have the coronavirus test. Excuse me, and he's got to test negative. If he doesn't test negative, he can't come back. So I guess that you might just see Pepe start against Leeds. Here's a thought. Who brought Aubameyang and Lacazette? Something, they'll play together as Wenger had a plan for them. We may have conceded, but we will score a lot of goals. So I was going to respond, but you're right. Roy Keane said it last time. How disrespectful is it for Alba and Laka to call him by his name and not coach or gaffer? Says a lot. They see Arteta as brothers. Do you know where I think the problem started? The problem for me started when he had his first press conference this season, and he said that all the players, they start with a new slate. So it doesn't matter where you were disrespectful to Unai Emery, if you're probably doing this behind Fred Nürnberg's back. Everyone starts with a new slate. That's, for me, that's where things started. As a manager, or as an overlooker, or how can you say, as a, what's the word I'm looking for? Someone who's looking at all 18 clubs in the Premier League. There's social media. There's a reputable media outlets. We've got channels here in the UK: BBC, ITV, Sky Sports. You would have seen how the players reacted towards Arsene Wenger, how they reacted to Unai Emery, the disrespect, and yet you still play these players. There's no excuse. And so if you're saying, everyone starts with a clean slate, they're going to do the same thing again. And the same thing's being played out again. Mikel Arteta, I don't know if you're watching. The same thing's been played out again. The demise of Unai Emery was the players, and it doesn't matter whatever the plan of action is the coach has, you have to buy into it. You've got to buy into it. Whether you believe it or not, you have to play for the coach. You have to play for the manager. You have to play for the club. No matter what the project is, what the process, you have to follow it. But the players didn't believe it. They didn't follow it. They're down tools. They were disrespectful, and he got sacked. And you know what? The same thing's going to happen to Mikel Arteta, because these same players who disrespected, Arsene Wenger to a certain extent, and Unai Emery are still at Arsenal. You're still playing the same players, Mikel Arteta. The same players who were disrespectful to Unai Emery. The first Europa final, they didn't turn up. You had one player sulking, and you still played him. These are the same players, Mikel Arteta. You've got to drop them. Better still, you've got to sell them. Stop trying to flog a dead horse, Mikel Arteta. I want to see you be like George Graham. You come in, you knock heads, you get rid of them. There's so many players that George Graham got rid of when he came there. He meant business, but he realized that he had to show who was boss. He had to put the fear into his players, and he had to get rid of the players as well. Horses for courses. I'm not saying you can beat, George Graham, because there can only be one George Graham. But look at the history. What works and what doesn't work. You can't have players ruling the roost. It's a cocktail for disaster. And you're choosing the same players. You're choosing the same players. Promote some of the players from the youth setup. Under 18s, under 21s, under 23s. They've been knocking on the door for the longest time. They will give you the energy. They will run their guts out. They'll play for the badge. Mikel Arteta. I'm sorry, it's like I'm saying, turn this into a rant, but Mikel Arteta, come on. Come on. If you want a number 2, I can be your number 2, man. I can be your number 2. But anyway. Sorry for that slight rant. Oh, dearie me. The assembled, I agree 100%, especially the way Wenger set us up to play. I still just understand why we got Willian, though, just don't make sense at all. Doesn't make any sense at all. But again, if you know the kind of player that he is, he likes the freedom to go, on the left-hand side, the right-hand side, period. But you've restricted him just to stay on the right-hand side. Do you think that Orba should be played in the middle of the front three instead of on the wing? It's time to play him in the middle, definitely. Especially as like now, coming towards the end of February, early January, Martinelli will be coming back, so it'll be perfect timing. Put Orba in the central attacking role. Put him in the centre, because it seems like the other teams have sussed him out, and Mikel Arteta doesn't have the nous to to change the formation. When things are not working out, you want players to rotate. So if Laka is going to start, behind the front 2 or the front 3, change the formation. If Pepe's going to start on the right, he's so predictable. He's going to cut in, he's going to cut out again. Tell him to swap over on the left-hand side. But it's the Olympiacos look. Mikel Arteta is learning on the job. He's still learning the job. But yeah, going back to your question, yeah, I would like to see Orba now play in a central attacking role. But I want to see him, when things go bad, I don't want him to be sulking and saying, okay, yeah, I'll run. Do something. Make something out of nothing, Orba. As I'm Ghanaian, and there's no way Partey is a captain material. He's too soft and shy. Really? Okay, I didn't know that. Because, for me personally, historically, I would like to see your centre-back being a captain, the centre midfield, Patrick Vieira could be, or the goalkeeper, in those positions there. I know Tierney was a captain for Arsenal, but I don't want to see my striker burdened with the captain's armband. That's all I'm saying. I was sitting behind the bench. He just keeps reacting to problems instead of being proactive, and this, unfortunate, is Arteta's problem. Oh, because you was at the Olympiacos game, weren't you? Oh, God, what a night, man. What a night. Arteta's going to be a great manager for Arsenal, but he does not have the team he wants. Give him time, money, and support from the board. I've heard that argument quite a few times, and I tend to agree with it. Until he has his own players, I think you can judge him on that. He's only had one transfer window. Only one transfer window. So he's going to need maybe 3, maybe stroke 4. He needs time. He does need time. Please leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new here, please. Alex, yep, the new slate statement is a major problem. Have you heard who is considered to bring back into the squad? Is it David Luiz? Just guessing here. I think it's David Luiz, isn't it? Listen. You know how I feel about David Luiz, but I haven't heard anything beyond that. It would be difficult to beat Leeds, guys. All I'm going to say is I agree with you. Let's pray. We're going to need a lot more than that. We're going to need a lot of goals. We need a very strong prayer till we got a tiger attack like Luis Suarez. If he can't score, he go out with a with a bite. Dear. Imlak, I laugh, but it goes back to the kind of characters. When things are going wrong, you want to look around you and say, right, you know what? I'm amongst the best players, and we're going to put do the best that we can, and we're going to make something out of nothing. These players are not they don't have that kind of character. When things are wrong, things are wrong. When things are bad, things are bad with these players. You look around, you can't see too many players who can make something out of nothing, and that's the problem. You go to Ellen Road when Leeds 2 or 3-0 up. These players are dead. They're dead. All I'm waiting to see is if Arsenal. Yes, Samuel, please don't do this to me, man. Don't do this to me. Thank you to all Gunners here for your time and continued support, guys, as well. Go over to Monty's channel. Monty, again, can you leave your link for your YouTube channel so people can go over there and subscribe to your channel, please? So I can wrap through all these ones very, very quickly. I'll wrap this one up. Been going for 1 hour and 6 minutes. Arnie says, I think the more Auber has the ball, the less he does with it. Yes. It's so true. I've never seen him dribble, really. He's not the best dribbler of the ball, is he? Put him through for a shot. He'll do something with it. Keep him on the wing. He'll try to play against himself. Dear. Arsenal, Alex, what do you think about disco rumours and Xhaka swap with Ericsson? I'm all for it. I spoke about that situation yesterday. Maybe you probably didn't see. I said, yeah, go for it, man. Go for it. And the last comment on that report, someone said, it's a non-starter. It's a non-starter because Christian Eriksen doesn't tackle and doesn't defend, but Granit Xhaka does. Granit Xhaka can't defend. He can't defend. But anyway, yeah, I'll gladly swap. Now. Do it now. Yeah, Christian Eriksen comes to us and Xhaka goes to the beyond. That sounds cruel, didn't it? Do you know what will happen between Tobias and David Luiz? Any consequences? Any consequences for those two? I've not heard anything at all about the consequences, apart from that Mikel Arteta sent both of them home. Yeah, both of them get sent home, boy. Thinking, God, daring me, man. Fisticuffs at dawn. What's going on? Fisticuffs at dawn. Yeah, that's the only consequence that I saw in the report. Yeah, but the funny thing is, Danny Tobias said, no, it's fake. It didn't happen. But come Sunday, if we see a little scratch on Dan Tobias' nose, we know who has been lying. Yeah. Let's have a look. Where were I? What was I? Okay, here we go. Lacker's got to be dropped. This is a must-win game. Auber down the middle. Saka on the left, Pepper on the right. Willett, Partey, Ceballos in the middle. Tierney left back, Gabriel, Saliba or Chambers. Not so much Chambers. Chambers has had a setback in his rehabilitation, so no Chambers. Centre Bellerin. Santiago Bello says, great content, Alex. Keep up the good work. Great stuff, my friend. Listen, thank you very much. Santiago, I hope you have subscribed. And better still, tell all your friends. And tell them to subscribe as well. But Santiago, tell me, where are you from? I'm guessing that Santiago is a name that could be from Central or South America. Or am I just generalizing? But thank you for those comments there. Thank you very much. Mickey Cartel, welcome, Mickey Cartel. Let us know which part of the world you are from. I'll give you a shout out. Keep Xhaka, not Eriksen by Isco. Oh, Isco, fantastic player. Fantastic player. Oh God! And you know what? I'm not sure if you guys saw the Nations Cup yesterday. Spain just they dismantled. I can't say they smashed. They dismantled Germany bit by bit. God damn. What was it? 6-0? But I tell you what, Isco, I love Isco, man. Wicked player. Wicked player. Alex Auber needs to be put in a creative. What? Auber needs to be put in by a creative midfielder like Ian Rush. Arsenal are defending against themselves. Yeah, but again, I understand what Arteta's trying to do, but at what cost? You want Arsenal to be difficult to break down, to defend, but you want them to give. You want Arsenal to be doing something. You can't just be parking the bus. You can't be just parking the bus and hoping for the best. Oh my goodness, please. No, you've got to give something more than that. Alex, would you have Ceballos back for never loan or sign him permanently? It's a difficult one. It's a difficult one because I was singing his praise when it came to Arsenal. Singing his praise. And then we heard some news, there was some rumblings about he had a little disagreement with Mikel Arteta because he felt he had a divine right to be starting in the 11. And Arteta put him to rights, man. And from that point, he changed his attitude right up until the FA Cup final. But like now, to me, he doesn't look interested. So what I'm going to say to you, Don Arsenal, is wait until the season finishes. Let's see where we are with Ceballos, and we can review it, and then I'll give an answer there. But right about now, if I go on what I've been seeing of the last 2 games, which is really not fair, it would have to be a no. So we haven't even played 10 games in the Premier League. So what I would say is either halfway through or at the end of the season, I would personally review it, and let's just see where we are with Dan Ceballos. Monty says, thank you to each and every one of you. About 9,700 subscribers. Without you, there could never, ever be a kind of point. Yes, we are 300 away. 300 away from 10,000 subscribers. Oh, my goodness. Fantastic. Thanks for the show. Have a great day and night. Gary, I will see you tomorrow for the Easy Talk. Fantastic. And also, he's become a member. He's become a member of Kind of Point. I can't believe it. I would say, as a Danish football fan and Arsenal supporter, I'm afraid that Ericsson could be a new Ozil. Oh my goodness! And Mickey Cartel, yes. Isco for me, yes. Yes, all day long. Also got Carzola because Isco wanted to go to Real. Thanks again, Alex, and thanks to Monty. No, Arnie, thank you to you. I mean, like Monty just said, there can't be a Canal 4 TV if I don't have no one in a live chat, no one come to view us, no one following us across all the platforms. Facebook, hello Facebook followers, on Twitter, hello Twitter followers, and of course here on YouTube. It's down to each and every one of you. It doesn't work the other way around. You know, there can't be a Canal 4 TV if there's no viewers. It'll just be me, my brother, and Monty moderating who? Moderating nobody. So yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. And look, there you go. See? Enough respect. Nuno Espirito Santos built a team with Portuguese talents, and I said, that Portuguese revolution there over at Wolves, man, is wicked, absolutely wicked, and that's what happens when you've got a club who supports the manager, and the players respect and support the manager as well. Given time, yeah, when you plant a seed, things don't grow boom just like that. It takes time. You've got to nurture it. You've got to give it water. Those things takes time. But yeah, I'm loving it, man. Arsenal under Edu tries with Brazilians, but not see the fruit yet. Got to give it time, though, innit? And Monty has just put the link for his YouTube channel right there. Any more, guys? Before I wrap this one up, it's been a good one. You know, kind of let off a little bit of steam. I felt a little bit better. It's been a tough day, man. A tough day. Let's have a look here. Sandro, yeah, this is the man. He is the man. And he's got experience. He's got experience. How long did it take Nuno to build Wolves? More than 6 months. Yeah. It took a little bit longer than that, Christian. It took a little bit longer than that. But again, that's what happens. You've got to got to support the manager, the board, everyone has to be a community that they believe in something, and they can see the changes. Again, at Arsenal, I'm telling you, man, I'm sure after 18 months there's going to be a crescendo to get Mikel Arteta out. If now we've lost how many on the bounce now? 3 on the bounce, 3 games on the bounce. Got to give the guy a chance. Got to give him a chance. Mikel Arteta says, Christian, but we've been down that road getting ex-Premier players. It doesn't work like William and Cech getting Ericsson, Conte, and Keane on him, and that's the Italian league. Slower. He's not adapting. I agree. There are not more good players coming from Brazil anymore. Like I said, there's just so many things wrong at Arsenal. So many elements wrong. Go from the scouting, from the owner, from the players' attitudes, the mentality. So many, the things that you hope would build a better picture for Arsenal. Everything is just completely wrong at Arsenal. Completely wrong. Santo would put up with this. It would not put up with this foolishness at Arsenal. Different great. I'm telling you, man, he would not put up with this rubbish. Players would have been on their phones the moment Espirito Santo landed. They were saying, "Oh, you know what? I don't want to be at Arsenal anymore. I'm on the phone to my agent. Get me out of here. I don't fancy it anymore." But the problem is, you got players calling other players, say, "Hey, come and join me at Arsenal." Yeah, things are cool over here. You don't got to fight too much, but they pay you lots of money. You don't have to prove yourself. That is the problem. Things are just too cozy at Arsenal. Too cozy. Get out of the club. If you don't want to play for Arsenal, get out of the club. Get out. Mika Pulis should have started off from League One to Champions League before giving him the Arsenal. Yeah. I can't argue with that. Look at Sol Campbell. Huh? Fred Lundberg has now left. He said, "No, you know what? Thank you for the opportunity, but I want to, work my way up. I want to go somewhere else, get the experience that I need." But actually, here's a question to each and everyone before we wrap up this one. Arsenal comes to you and they say, "Hey, guess what? We've just sacked Unai Emery. Would you like the job?" How many of you would actually turn down the offer to manage Arsenal? Honestly, how many of you would have said, no, thank you. I'm not ready. I've just got my coaching badges. Give me at least 5 years or 3 or 5 years, then get back to me. How many of you would have actually said, no, I'm not ready now? Not many of you. Not many of you. Come in now and tell me. How many of you would have said, no, I'm not ready? Edu, I'm not ready. Stan Kroenke, I'm not ready. No matter how much money you give me, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to manage Arsenal. I am not ready to see Thierry Henry, Patrick Vieira, Dennis Bergkamp coach Arsenal or manage Arsenal. I'm not ready for that, man. I'm not ready. I don't want their legacies to be tarnished, man. No. Oh, sorry. I didn't even read, did I? Sorry, Monty. Check out our merchandise in the description and make a purchase if we're able to do so and donate. Yeah, we are actually accepting small donations as little as £1 in the super chat. So $1. I'm not sure why they made it into a dollar sign. But yeah, because it's Google, American company. But yeah, look out for the super chat button there and press and make the small donation if you would like to. Also, please consider becoming a member. I tell you what, Gary, I know Gary's not here no longer. He's gone off to do other things. But yeah, you can also become a member. The link is in the comments box below. If you'd like to become a member, see all the behind the scenes footage. You see how we edit, all the outtakes, all the funny stuff. I tell you what, we've got a bucket load of outtakes, man. God, Terry, me. Oh dear. Alex, do you remember Stuart Robson, who left out? Yeah, and he's a pundit on ESPN Sports to be with his mates at West Ham and destroyed his career. Yeah, yeah. I'll tell you what, an injury, demanding to go and play for another club and it doesn't happen. Things don't turn out so good. There's so many, situations that can end a player's career, and I guess I don't blame him to a certain extent because players' careers can end with one injury. But don't be milking the club dry. At least give your best. Don't take advantage of the situation at any club. If you've lost the passion for football, if you've lost the passion to play for Arsenal, call your agent and say, you know what, actually, I had my time at Arsenal. I want to go and play in another country and another club. But don't be trying to milk Arsenal dry. The clubs are tight with money, tight, airtight because of coronavirus. But don't be trying to milk Arsenal dry just for the sake of it. And that's what happens when you've got players just ruling the roost. Say, yeah, come and play for Arsenal, man. It's easy pickings here. We can milk Arsenal dry. No. But again, like I said before, what you see happening with the players is mirroring what's happening at the top, the very top. You've got an owner who doesn't really care about Arsenal. He's just here using Arsenal as a cash cow. Period. Right, these last ones here before I wrap up this one. Cartel, I agree. Ericsson has no adaptability. We saw that under Mourinho. He needed to be more defensive. He could not do that, and he got sold. He's not a modern CAM like De Bruyne. I will take the Arsenal job. Yeah, right. Yeah. I would take the Arsenal job, but it will be a make or break for my managerial career and see the same happen to Nico Pulis. You would take the Arsenal job? Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah. Spot on Christian Emil Iverson. Guys, I believe I have come to an end. I would love to talk for another hour or two. I'm not going to rush into anything. I thought, let me get on to Channel 4 TV and just talk about Arsenal. I love talking about Arsenal. But I've got to say, when Arsenal are not playing, i.e. when the season's finished, or when there's an international break, I don't miss Arsenal. I don't. Because there are other more important things to be getting on with, and to be thinking about, and to be worried about. For example, work, my health, my family, my wife, my kids, my mom, my brothers, my sisters. All these things are more important than Arsenal. Yeah. And that is it. That is it. Let's have a look here. I've shifted over here, haven't I? So I should be in the middle. Sorry, people. Did I miss anyone? Did I miss any more? Yeah, guys, I think I've come to an end. I've come to an end. I've come to an end. Let's get right down to the bottom. I could actually listen to your channel and you 24/7. Alex, always a good content. Don Arsenal, thank you very much for that. And the thing is, we don't always agree at all the comments, but one thing I can actually say, I respect your thoughts and your opinions, and I know for a fact that you respect my opinion, and that's what I love about Channel 4 TV. That we even have had Aston Villa fans, Chelsea fans come into the chat there. And they've been so, respectful to the content. We've got Monty here who will make sure that, people are not being silly, not using vulgar language, because I'm not going to have it. I've told Monty knows his job without any direction for myself. And this is what I love about Channel 4 TV, that we do respect each other's opinion. We don't always agree on everything, but the one thing that we do support is Arsenal. So, Don Arsenal, thank you so much. 24/7. Oh, that'd be a killer for me, man. 24/7. That's oh, God. My wife will kill me, man. Talking 24/7 with a couple of water breaks in between that. Thank you very much for that, my friend. Thank you so very much. Good content, respect, Alex. Mickey Cartel, thank you so very much for that. You never even told me where in the world you're coming from, so I could give you a shout out to you and your family and friends. And also, as always, the Assembled, who is also a moderator over at Arsenal Fan Circle. So, guys, those who are watching now, excuse me, make sure you go over to Ray's channel, Ray and Mahir's channel, Arsenal Fan Circle, and subscribe over there. And you see the Assembled is a moderator there. Brilliant stuff. Really, really good. And my moderator is just a reminder to everyone. Thank you to everyone for your interaction on the channel here at Cannon Fodder TV. And Santiago also never told me where he is from in the world, but it's all right. It's okay. I'm sure you'll be joining us again tomorrow for the Easy Talk, 7:30 p.m. Yes. So that is why you must subscribe to Cannon Fodder TV, because if you don't, you're going to miss out. And we don't want you to miss out. So as always, like I say, almost always say, thank you to each and every one of you. I saw the numbers fluctuate just under 40 subscribers, viewers at any one time. So I really, really thank you for spending the hour and 26 minutes with Monty and myself. Good live debates in the live chat as well. So make sure you subscribe, please. Yeah, help us make our way. Oh, there you go. Fantastic. I like to sub, but let me know where in the world are you you're liking and subbing from, Santiago. Before I head off, where are you from? quickly before I have to go. Quickly before I have to go. Alex, don't give up your day job, man. You know, forget the singing, man. I tell you what, it's just been one of those days today, man. I was thinking, oh my goodness, I need to get onto Cannon Fodder TV just to get rid of all that. all right. So Santiago's not going to come and tell us where in the world he's from, but it's okay. It's all right. So that is it. That is it for me. I shall see you tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. UK time, for the Easy Talk. We're going to have the Don Larry. We're going to have James Rowe from Amsterdam, and we're also going to have Gary, the new. Okay, there we go. Mumbai, brilliant. Mumbai, India, and look at that. Celestine, just as you're coming in, we're going. Good evening to you, Celestine. But we're going off now. We're finished. I've been going for an hour and 30 minutes. What, do you want me to go on for another 20 minutes? God, that'd be too much for me, man. Oh, dearie me. I forgot what I was saying now. What was I saying? Yeah, for the Easy Talk tomorrow, 7:30, we're going to be talking about Aubameyang. We're going to be talking about the situation with the coronavirus. Yeah, Kolasinac has tested positive. Monty's man, yeah, Mohamed El Neni has tested positive, but they've been out on international duty, whereas Willian didn't have permission to travel, but he's got to test negative before he can be transitioned back into the squad. So we'll be talking about so many things there. Who's also got here? I've got Shady. There's a big up from Amsterdam as well. Marshall Shady, thank you very much for that. So that is it. That is it. And if by chance you've been wondering who or what you've been listening to, well, you've been listening to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over